something. No matter what she did, it's her fault too, right?
Yeah. What she
The mom
does is
over
her
here
fault.
doesn't know that.
Yeah. What she does is her fault. If I yell at you right now and I say, Omar, you boo 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 boo, that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything to me, right? But if you do, if you yell back at me, you own that.
Exactly, yeah, because I bring my mind to this stuff.
Exactly.
I know,
Exactly.
I know what that is, but like all I'm saying is like the law over here stands with the woman more than the stands with the man. Like, like this kind of stuff when it's happened, they go and take the man. We never had that. Maybe once, as you see, like domestic violence for a girl or something like that, unless she goes and really attempt to hit or attempt to do something. But the man, even his tongue could get him in this kind of trouble.
Okay, so let me say something to that real quick. You mind real quick? All right. So say that's all true, right? What does that tell me as a man? One, I need to make better decisions, right? Because there's a lot of women out there, and they bad. We could look outside all day long. But I can see her right there, right now. Bang, she's tough. But I don't take the time to get to know her. She crazy. Now I get in a relationship with her, and something happens, and I'm sitting in a group talking about, well, because it's if it wasn't like that, then absolutely your mouth could get you in trouble because you own what you say. Verbal abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse. That's all with my mouth.
Okay, so what is freedom of speech stands? So, like,
Yes, but freedom of speech doesn't allow me to hurt somebody. So I can't say to her, I got freedom of speech. You B, you H. That's not freedom of speech because I can't go into a crowded restaurant and say fire. That's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is me saying how I feel about a current situation or about what's going on. But when I'm verbally attacking another person, then it's not freedom of speech.
exactly, yeah. But it's United States of America. That's what they count as. You know what I mean?
I okay. So now that just means you got to make better decisions and choices with the relationship you get into, so that you don't have to have those issues. Right? Pick. We got to start picking better people. All of us. We got to pick better people.
And I think, Omar, you have to separate, yes, it's the United States of America, and yes, it is freedom of speech, right? But we're talking about intimate partner relationships, someone that you love, right? And if we're moving in a situation in our lives where we're violating the ones we love, the Constitution of America no longer applies, right? This is on you. This is someone that you love. Your tongue can be a lethal weapon. So when we talk about abusive behaviors, we're talking about verbal abuse. You have a right to tell me how you're feeling. You have a right to express your emotions. You have a right to be angry, disappointed. But how you say it is what matters, right? So if you're saying it in an abusive way, then that's abuse, period, right? But if you're saying it in a way where it resonates, where you're upset, right? You're expressing your feelings, but you're doing it in a healthy way, everybody wins. Because even if I don't agree with what you're saying to me as your partner, I have to respect it because you gave it with respect versus abuse. That's the difference. So you have a right to say what you want all day long. It's how you say it, right? And it's whether or not it is abusive in nature or not violent in nature, right? And we have control over our tongue. We have control over what comes out of our mouths, right? Exactly. Lewis, do you get that? Do you understand it? Right. Because a lot of times guys will say, well, she made me do it. How?
Can a woman make you do something?
No, that's your decision.
Huh?
You just put the blame on her just to make yourself.
What'd you say?
Your reflections, your actions.
It's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Not she can't. What if she calls you? What's okay? So cabron in Spanish is something that'll make you in Iraqi. What's a word that a woman can say that's very disrespectful to a man?
Whatever against his beliefs.
Oh, about religion?
No, if, by example, over there in the Middle East, we don't have relationships.
Okay,
We have a relationship that comes before marriage
gotcha.
for 6 months.
Okay.
And this kind of relationships, like they stick like. After this relationship, you get married. Like after 6 months, you get married.
Mm-hmm.
So in this time, you get to know the person in front of you.
Mhm.
You just like no fights, nothing. Just like get to know them, get to teach them the way you like it, the
Mhm.
way how you work it out with your family, the way how you used to it.
Okay.
And then after that, you get married. When you get married, like she gonna be agree of the way how you treat your